Hello, this is George Lee's at an amazingly historic place once again. This is the city of Berwick, and this I believe is just maybe 300 metres above the boundary between Scotland and England, which is below that ancient bridge that you can see down there. So there are three bridges down there. The ancient one is the third. The first one is the railway bridge that can take you all the way to London in just a couple of hours, or 3 or 4. And there is the ancient bridge that was built in the 17th century. Yeah, when the Pilgrim Fathers were sailing. And this is the port of Berwick. The harbour's across there on the right hand side. And this is the amazing rampart that was used to defend the city, and I've seen photos, paintings of it when it was fully intact, and it's just amazing. It's called the ramparts, and they've not got because it's so steep, you could not possibly get your horse up here, but it's all designed so that no one can get to the top of the hill without being shot or stabbed through one of the tiny little windows. So you can see that there are two segments to the wall. The defending soldiers, I believe, are actually inside the castle, and they are parked inside the footwalk that allows the invading soldiers, if they're brave enough, to go up and get shot in the head. And there's no way that they can get their weapons through the portals, and that is exactly how the German armies kept the Roman armies out of their countries when Germania was so far away from the Roman hub that they could no longer train the troops from Germania to defend their own country on behalf of the Roman provinces. So I'm now going to show you. So that's the German armies that were Alaric and all those people that sacked Rome out of Frankfurt. It's contentious as to whether that was happening at 150 AD, but that is when the Hercules Dietrich tribes were alleged to be sacking Rome. And the the other events may have taken place around about 400 AD, and that is how temporary the Roman Empire actually was. Yeah, 55 BC they were all over Scotland. We've got the Antonine Wall, and further down we've got the Hadrian's Wall that ends up in Newcastle, just down that coast there. Yeah, and that is at the other end, it ends in the Solway Firth. So now, let me show you what I've discovered about the magic place that is Germany, and how acquisitive they are in world history. Okay, I found this website. I hope the computer is lit up enough for me to see it. But the website that I found is absolutely spellbinding, and all of it leads back to the Hohenzollerns and the families that are now Windsor and were Saxe-Coburg, Gotha, Battenberg, et al. Okay, let me just show you how fucking ancient it is. So there's the front page of my website with all the new sensations on it, but it's really important that you understand that all of those new families that are ruling the roost all across Europe are not actually new families. Let me show you now. Oh God, where has it gone? So let's open it up carefully so we do not. Oh, so. And let's now restore what we've had before. So there is the massive set of tabs on the oh, I don't know what's happening. I cannot get it to open. We're online and it's confirming that. And it could be that the powers that be do not want us to open it. Let's see if my website's accessible. Yeah, there's the video I played this morning. And we've had a whole day of Rothschilds, and there are the Germans that I'm now going to tell you about, and these are the ancient lineages that I thought I was able to open because I'm online, but every one of those tabs along the top, new, 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 none of them will open. And that is the German websites that I've been archiving carefully over the last 3 or 4 days. So I cannot suss that. We're online. And let me just put this down. None of them will open. And it's maybe just such a sensitive topic that I will never be able to access the websites I saw 2 days ago again. So let's just see if there's another set of tabs. Oh no, there it is. So there is Bruno II. That is an Austrian or German clan. Yeah, and there are the families that are the basis for this. Let's go through that first so we can then look at the interesting ones again. Okay, so there's the massive family tree, and all of them are from Austria, Germany, Swabia, and that is where the German goalie came from when they screwed up in the European Cup final last year. Same team was playing last night. They've gotten rid of him, the Swabian goalkeeper. And there is the owner of the whole of Europe and the person that everyone in Europe is descended from, and his name is Charlemagne. Okay, Emperor of the Romans, 742 to 747, and 748 to 814, and he reigned from 800 AD, and that is a massive piece of code number, and I believe that is the day he was sainted, and he must have died in 814, and that was the end of his regime. Every residual monarchy in Europe is now descended from him. Yeah, Emperor of the Romans, and here we now go to his children, and I believe he had many more children than that, but this is just the list of kings. So there's Louis the Pious, Emperor of the Romans, reigned 813 to 840, yeah, and he's the son of Charlemagne. There is Ermengarde of Hesby, and there is Judith of Bavaria. You see the ancient names that have been passed on even into the Holy Lands for Judith, who killed Holofernes on behalf of the Jewish army. But this one is Judith of Bavaria. There next here is Louis II the German, King of East Francia, and Hema. And you can bet your boots that those will be the Emma Sales and the Emma Watsons. And there is Gisela. It sounds familiar already, doesn't it? All of it is the cast of the Harry Potter movies. Yeah, same as the cast of the... and there's a train now going over the bridge. Austrian colours. Quite relentless, really. So there is, instead of it being Gerhard, that was the Liverpool player and the England captain for so long, he's Gebhard, Count of the Langau, then Louis the German, King of East Francia, Hema, Gisela, Eberhard again, oh no, this is Eberhard this time, Duke of Friuti. Yeah, that's the Norse gods of beauty and love, and that is the friars, but I don't know exactly what that means. Okay, next tier, we've got children for Gebhard, Gisela, Eberhard, Louis II the German, and Hema. And now it's beginning to consume other countries. Udo of Neustria, yet that is still, I believe, the naming of the Rothschilds Tower block in London to this very day. Udo, Berengar I of Neustria, Count of Hesse, and that is Hesse-Cassel for Queenie. Louis, yeah, and it's really funny, some of them are actually the covers for what I order as a drink. Every bar I go into, yeah, his name is something Lidoff. Yeah, a bottle of the cider with the lid off. There is Laiut's Wind. Yeah, that will be the Swin families that are of ancient Germany, and that is the Born Leisures families from Austria, married to Walter Swinburne. There is Carloman of Bavaria, King of Bavaria, 830 to 880, and Irmgard, yeah, Irmgard of KMC, almost the naming of chemistry, yeah, C830 to 830, 866. There is Louis the Younger, King of Saxony, yeah, so that is the Anglo-Saxons do not actually all live in England, and when the Normans came across, none of them were able to live because it was total genocide. There is Liutgard of Saxony, Gisela of the Alsace, which is Basel and the Bank of International Settlements, which you're hearing more and more about, but no one is prepared to action any change in policy, even although the scam has been revealed to all of my political activist friends, and only 4 views have resulted from the video that I planted there the other day. Yeah, I can hear voices again, and that will be the obligatory interruption. Anyway, there is Gisela of Alsace, 840 to 895, Berthold I, Count Palatine of Swabia, which is in the Alpine region, and that is the Swabian nation where they have the speech defect, and that is where the Liverpool goalie came from, who failed in the World Cup, in the European Cup final last time, and let in a couple of really soft goals. And there is, beside him, is Berthold I, Count of Palatine, yet that is Donald Trump's Palatinate, and that is Frankfurt, where the Bank of International Settlements is, and that is the place where the Fulda is, and that is the launch of false religion, and that is all of these Christians, and Charlemagne is the naming of the massive European master races that Blondie still sings about even today. Charles, so Berthold first, and that is the Robertian dynasty. Yeah, Count of the Palatinate of Swabia, 838 to 896. Then you've got Charles III, the Fat, of Eastern Francia, Francia 839 to 888, which for the Freemasons means eternally. Richard Dis, yeah, C840 895, and then we get to the Conradians, Duke of Thuringia, Ota 874, Arnulf of Carinthia, that is Arnie Schwarzenegger and all of the people that were friends of the von Lothringian families that were second in command to Hitler when he was in the bunker and the Hesses had already fled. Yeah, and there is Hugh of Saxony, Louis 876 to 879, then Hildegard, Bernhard, yeah, and all of the names that survive into World War II. Henry of Franconia, Ingeltrude, yeah, with the name Ing at the beginning of her pagan culling name. So, let's see if we can go down. And there is the next tier. It's another Conradian, Conrad I, the Younger, King of Germany, circa 890 to 918. And then you get what I believe will become nowadays the Windsor clan and the Cunninghams, because that is Cunegund of Swabia. Yeah, Louis the Child, King of East Francia, 893 to 911. Yeah, 911. Just a coincidence. Ratold, King of Italy, Sventibold, Oda. Yeah, and those are the names now that begin to look like French Bishop Frodo, but possibly not. And there is Otto, the Roman, Holy Roman German emperors that were running everything out of the Ottoman Empire, which is the launch pad for all the great world wars that have been labelled as world wars so far. Yeah, out of Austro-Hungary and Poland, and all of it is a massive set of massacres just to keep the number of poor people down. Yeah, and the land masses that they take over larger and larger. Hedwigga, everything is out of Harry Potter. Yeah, and that is of Babenberg, a famous name now, Hannah. And there is Matilda of Ringelheim, Henry I the Fowler, and that is the Fowlers that go right into Hollywood, the usual suspects, and that is the Fowler family that is Kevin Spacey, and that is his surname. Then we've got Hatherberg, and then one generation below, Gilbert, Duke of Lorraine, circa 890 to 939, Gerberga again, and many of them end up in Liverpool Football Club. Louis IV, King of the Franks, Bruno the Great, and that is Frank Bruno, and all the covers for the people that were actually the massive European imperatos. Yeah, Thankmar, 908 to 938. So Bruno the Great is Archbishop of Cologne, and they're clerics and religious serial killers. Yeah, Henry I the Fowler, yeah, and those are the foolers of Naples and the laundry owners. But that one, Henry I the Fowler, was King of Germany, and that is 876 to 936. And remember that fowling is also the use of birds to bring down the game that you're hunting. Right then, so below Bruno and Thankmar we have Hugh the Great, Duke of the Franks, Hedwig of Saxony, and not necessarily anything to do with Harry Potter. Just down the road in Alnwick Castle, Edgith of England, 910 to 946, and then we get another Ottoman. Yeah, Otto Piso is out of Rome, and they then become the Ottoman emperors. There is Otto I the Great, King of Germany, 912 to 973. HRE, and he died in I'm not sure, that must be the next king coming in, I think. And there is Adelaide, and everything that we have in the Commonwealth and the empires of Italy, 939 to 999. And there is Henry I, Duke of Bavaria, Judith of Bavaria, and then Hugh Capet, that's the Capetan dynasty now, King of the Franks, 941 to 996, and this is my drinking habits, and that is Lidoff. Yeah, Lidoff, Duke of Swabia. So I usually have a bottle of Magners or a bottle of pear cider with the lid off, please. Yeah. And it's amazingly indistinct, even although it's nearly dark now. And there is Litgard, Conrad, Duke of Lorraine, William, Archbishop of Mainz, Otto II, the Red, King of Germany, reigned 961 to 983. And then we have Theophanu, then another Bruno, and then another Matilda, Abbess of Quedlinburg. And there is Henry II, the Wrangler, Duke of Bavaria, and then another Harry Potter cast member, Gisela of Burgundy. And this time we're into the 2nd century. So that is Gisela of Burgundy, died 1006. So 66 years before, 60 years before the Norman conquest, and Burgundy, I think, is Italy. So, Otto I, Duke of Carinthia, yeah, the Corinthians, Judith of Carinthia, Sophia I, Abbess of Gandersheim, 975 to 1039. Sorry, I've lost my place. And there is Cunningham again. Sorry, I've lost my place. Bruno, Henry the Wrangler, Gisela, Otto I, Judith, Adelaide, Matilda, Esso. Yeah, that could be the launch of Esso, the petrol company. Yeah, EZZO, Count of the Palatinate of Lotharingia. Yeah, and those are the places that are the Lothlorien legends, and that was the second in command for Adolf Hitler in the bunker, and the friends of Arnie Schwarzenegger. Otto III, King of Germany, Cunningham, and that is the Cunningham lineage, that is the Windsor clan, all of them out of Germany. Henry II, King of Germany, 973 to 1024. And Henry of Speyer, Brittany, and the banking legends. Yeah, that is the Speyer banks. Yeah, 965 to 970. And that he reigned right through to 1992 to 992. Adelaide of Alsace. Then we've got Conrad II, King of Germany, and we've got Conrad II, King of Germany, 990 to 1039. Gisela, Ernest I, yeah, Eric and Ernie, yeah. Remember that all of that is the massive battles between the Grimm brothers and the families that were Ernestine and I forget what the other branch is, but all of them were fighting. They were the Göttingen 6 or the Göttingen 7. There is the Brun again, the first, and all of them are of Brunswick, and that will be the Eva Braun dynasty. And probably my best man, which is why he's been hit by lightning twice. Gunhilda of Denmark, Henry III the Black, King of Germany, 1017 to 1056. Possibly Mary of Tex, ancestors. Agnes of Poitou, 1025 to 1077, and then Beatrix, as if she might be a partner for the man that is Bernhard. Matilda, born 1027, and then Beatrice I of Quedlinburg. That's another generation. Then Rudolph of Rheinfelden, Matilda 1048 to 1060, Adelaide II of Quedlinburg, Bertha of Savoy, yeah, and the Savoy Hotel that is run by Cavendish in London. Henry IV, can you see how all of the double agents and all of the great escapees are not actually in alien territory? Henry IV, King of Germany, 1050 to 1106, yeah, Eupraxia of Kiev in Czechoslovakia, or it used to be, I'm not sure what it's called now. Conrad II, that's 1067 to 1070. Conrad II, Duke of Bavaria, 1052, reigned 1054 to 1055. Poor guy. Solomon, King of Hungary, yeah, do you get Salomon Rothschild? Judith of Swabia, 1054 to circa 1105. That's nearly 60 years. And there is Vladislav, yeah, Duke of Poland, and those are all the families that use the Christian letters and they turn the L's into T's. Yeah, and it's ever so funny for the Piso dynasty. And there is Lothair II, King of Germany, Richenza of Northeim, Henry IX, Duke of Bavaria, Adelaide 1070 to 1079, Henry 1071 to 1071, Frederick I of Swabia, and then Agnes of Germany. No bushes, no sheriffs, but all of them are in the back rooms, yet working out their roles to take over the world, Queenie. Leopold III, Margrave of Austria, 1073 to 1136, Conrad II, King of Germany, 1074 to 1101, Henry V, King of Germany, 1086 to 1125, Matilda of England, 1102 to 1167. Then there's a Gertrude, and there are no geese, because I think they've already migrated into Asia, where they can be warmer for the winter. Henry X, the Proud, Duke of Bavaria. Judith of Bavaria, Frederick II, Duke of Swabia, Agnes of Saarbrücken, Gertrude of Kumburg, that's Gertrude the Goose again, Conrad III, and those are seagulls that you're hearing up above. Conrad III, King of Germany, and remember that the Conradians were also of Jerusalem, like the Baldwins. Yeah, Gertrude of Sulzbach, circa 1110 to 1146, down another tier. Henry the Lion, Duke of Bavaria, 1129 to 1195. Matilda of England, 1156 to 1189. Matthias, Duke of Lorraine. Bertha, 1123 to 1195. Adelaide of Vonberg, 1135 to 1190. Frederick I, Barbarossa, and the massive serial killers in Austro-Hungary. King of Germany, 1122 to 1190. And there is Beatrix again, CSS of Burgundy. Conrad, Count of the Palatinate of the Rhine. Those are all Donald Trump's territories. And all of them become the territory of St. Boniface from Devon, who then launched the concept of heaven and Christianity as he cut down the pagans and Thor's Oak. Judith of Hohenstaufen, that is now Kaiser Wilhelm. La Rosie School in Switzerland, and all of them become the mafia that own the entire world. Queenie. Henry Berengar, King of Germany. Frederick IV, Duke of Swabia, 1145 to 1167. Irene Angelina, not Jolie, Irene Angelina, 1181 to 1208. Philip of Swabia, King of Germany, 1177 to 1208. Beatrix, 1162 to 1174. William II the Good, King of Sicily, 1155 to 1189. That's Sicily, where the Corleone family came from. And this one is named the Good. Frederick V, Duke of Swabia, 1164 to 1170. Frederick VI, Duke of Swabia, 1167 to 1191. And they're not kidding me when they predict that it's going to be snow at the weekend. Do you get the concept of globalism that is at least 1,000 years old? Frederick VI, Joan I, CSS of Countess of Burgundy. Otto I, Count of Burgundy. Beatrix II, Countess of Burgundy. Conrad II, Duke of Swabia, with the speech defects. And that is Conrad the Black, and he is descended from that line. So, Otto IV, King of Germany. Beatrix of Swabia, another Cunningham, Cunningham this time. Wenceslas I, King of Bohemia, and the Bohemian Rhapsodies, and being able to avoid the plague. Then Reno, Henry VI, King of Germany. Constance, Queen of Sicily. William, 1176. Agnes, 1181 to 1184. Gisela, 1168 to 1184. Henry II, Duke of Brabant. That's just little Belgium. 1207 to 1248. Maria of Swabia, Elizabeth of Swabia, 1205 to 1235. Ferdinand III, King of Castile. And those are now the families that launch eventually, much later, possibly 500 years later, the massive inquisitions, so that they could have another set of serial killings even within the Christianity movement. Constance of Aragon, Frederick II, King of Germany, 1194 to 1250, reigned 1212 to 1250. Isabella II, Queen of Jerusalem. And that's the launch of the massive crusades, and none of them live in those countries. All of them invade those countries, and then they invent Jesus. Or much earlier than that, actually. Isabella of England, and she is the one, I believe, that was Longshanks's daughter. No, Longshanks, yes, the son of Longshanks's wife. Yeah, met Braveheart, allegedly. Margaret of Austria, Henry VII, King of Germany, 1211 to 1242, Elizabeth of Bavaria. Very popular name for the German royals who now live in Windsor. Conrad IV of Sicily, King of Germany, Margherita, 1226 to 1227, Henry Otto again, and the massive Ottoman Empire. Margaret of Sicily, Albert of Margrave of Meissen, yes, the jokes for the islands in the Bay of Naples and the mice and men. Right then, I don't know how far we've got to go. Albert IV, Count of Habsburg, Hedwig of Kyburg, Conradin, King of Jerusalem, 1252, 1268. Frederick I, Margrave of Meissen, 1257 to 1323. And there we have a Hartmann. And I think she's the one that was the Deputy Prime Minister for the people that were Miliband. The Deputy Labour leaders, Elizabeth of Carinthia, Albert I, King of Germany, Catherine, 1256 to 1282, Otto III, Duke of Bavaria, Agnes, 1257 to 1322, Albert II, Duke of Saxony, Hedwig, Harry Potter again, of Habsburg, 1285 to 1286, and that is the Habsburg Empire. Yeah, that is the biggest in the world before Queenie, another Elizabeth, took over. Otto VI, Margrave of Brandenburg, Clemens of Austria, 1262, Charles Martel of Anjou, all of them on that world-owning bloodline. And all of them claiming the label German. Blanche of France, Rudolph, King of Bohemia, Frederick III the Fair, King of Germany, Isabella of Aragon, 1305 to 1330, Wenceslas II, King of Bohemia, Judith of Habsburg, 1272 to 1297, Rudolph II, Duke of Austria, and Freddie, will be the Bohemian Rhapsody. Do you get it? Freddie Mercury. Rudolph II, Duke of Austria, Agnes of Bohemia, Matilda of Habsburg, Louis II, Duke of Bavaria, 1229 to 1294, and then Elizabeth of Weinberg, that will be the massive joke, Popo of Grapfield. Oh no, it's actually Wernberg. Henry the Friendly of Austria, 1299 to 1327, Leopold I of Austria, the man who kidnaps people. And he gets sainted for finding, I can't mind whether it was his wife's knickers or part of her uniform on the ground. Catherine of Savoy, Henry VII, King of Germany, 1275 to 1313, Margaret of Brabant again, Adolf, King of Germany. Isn't it poetic? That's the First Reich, or maybe 50% of it. 1255 to 1298. Anne of Austria, Agnes of Austria, Catherine of Austria, Elizabeth of Austria, Elizabeth of Bohemia, John, King of Bohemia. And those are now the families that begin to inbreed so much that they cannot have further generations. or they've got those massive deformations and they die in midlife. Mechtlid, Rudolf I, Duke of Bavaria, Louis IV, Duke King of Germany, and Beatrix of Silesia. I forget what happened there in world history. And we must be getting near the bottom, I think. Possibly not. Joanna of, and here's Donald Trump's PF words for the Piafs. Yeah, and the, I forget what the stripper was, Pfizer, or what was her name? Joanna of PF IRT. Albert II, Duke of Austria, 1298 to 1358. Otto IV, Duke of Austria, Anne of Bohemia, Anne of Swidnica, Charles IV, King of Germany, 1316 to 1378, Elizabeth of Pomerania, Adolf Count Palatine of the Rhine. Do you see where Donalds come from? 1300 to 1327, and it's the same for Rothschild from Frankfurt. Immigard of Ottingen. Yeah, remember that Göttingen means no god. Matilda of Bavaria, Frederick II, Margrave of Meissen again, Leopold III, Duke of Austria, Viridis Visconti, Beatrice of Nuremberg, Albert III, Duke of Austria, Elizabeth of Bohemia, Joan of Bavaria, Wenceslas IV, King of Germany, 1361 to 1419, Sophia of Bavaria, Sigismund, here we go, yeah, that is Rupert Murdoch's, yeah, Sigmund Freud, and the Freuds that are married to Lizzie. King of Germany, 1368 to 1437, Barbara of Chile. Isn't it funny? Yeah, spelt Cilli. And that becomes Latin America for the Habsburgs and the serial killings that went on, that means that none of the pygmies are left alive. And we've still got tier after tier to go, and it's getting quite dark now. And Celine is up above. Frederick IV, Duke of Austria, Ernest the Iron, Duke of Austria, Simburgus of Masovia, Albert IV, Duke of Austria, Joan Sophia of Bavaria, Beatrix of Sicily, Rupert II, Elector Palatine, 1325 to 1398, Albert the Sixth, Archduke of Austria, Frederick III, the Peaceful King of Germany, 1415 to 1493, Eleanor of Portugal, Marguerite, 1395 to 1447, Henry the 16th, Duke of Bavaria, yeah, the Bavarian master races in the Alps, Albert II, King of Germany, 1397 to 1439, Elizabeth of Luxembourg, 1402 to 1444, Rupert, King of Germany, 1352 to 1410, reigned 1400 to 1410, and there's the night trains going over. So, it's pitch dark now, and we'll maybe get a nymph or two coming out of the ocean. I would not like to be in there with them at the moment. Rupert, King of Germany, Isabella I, Queen of Castile, 1451 to 1504, Ferdinand II, King of Castile, and that could be the Inquisition. But I think it's even later than that. Almost into the 19th century. Albert IV, Duke of Bavaria, Kunigunde again, yeah, yeah, and that's why they have their own racing stables and their own drinking clubs in every racecourse across the country. Cunningham's. Mary of Burgundy, Maximilian I, German king, Ladislas, the posthumous king of Hungary, Anne of Austria, William III the Brave, LG of Thuringia. What will that be? Elizabeth of Austria, Casimir IV, Jagiellonian, that is Mick Jagger's lineage, King of Poland, and that is why Mick Jagger's women get married into Rupert Murdoch's men. So, Joanna, Queen of Castile, Philip I the Handsome, King of Castile, John, Prince of Asturias, and everything that is El Cid and my favourite movies, Margaret, Duchess of Savoy, Philibert II, Duke of Savoy, Vladislaus, King of Hungary. And there is Maria of Aragon, Manuel I, King of Portugal. Very interesting one, Queenie, don't you think? 1469 to 1521. Eleanor of Austria, Isabella of Austria, Christian II of Denmark, Ferdinand I, King in Germany, Anne of Bohemia, Mary of Hungary, Louis II, King of Hungary. Just a few lines to go, I hope. I cannot feel my fingers now. Isabella of Portugal, King of Germany. Oh, sorry, we missed his name. Charles V, King of Germany. John III, King of Portugal. Catherine of Austria. Philippine Welsher. Davy Welsh. Yeah, it's amazing if those are really the people that used to go to the beach at Berwick and Scremerston with me. Ferdinand II, Archduke of Austria, Anne Gonzaga, 1566 to 1621, Anne of Austria. Oh, we've got 400 years to go. Albert V, Duke of Bavaria, 1528 to 1579, Maria Manuela of Portugal. Quite a popular name to be used posthumously when the Windsors come along. Joanna of Austria, Joanna Manuel, Prince of Portugal. Maria of Austria, Maximilian II, King in Germany. Charles II, Archduke of Austria, 1540 to 1590. Maria Anne of Bavaria, 1552 to 1608. William V, Duke of Bavaria. I'm going to have to stop. I'm absolutely freezing. There's Mary I, Queen of England, 1516 to 1558, and Mary of Scots is her bereaved person. Yeah, that makes her a bereaved person, and she's the one that accused her of some sort of it would be Catholicism, I believe. Yeah, Philip II or first, King of Spain, Anne of Austria, Rudolph II, King in Germany, 1552 to 1612, and the Pilgrims have already sailed. I think we'll stop there. There's an Ernest for the Ernestine and the other lineages. I keep forgetting what it is. Ernestine and no, I can't remember. Elizabeth of Austria, Charles IX, King of France, Anna of Tyrol, Matthias, King of Germany, Maximilian III, Archduke of Austria, and it's, I don't know where we can stop. Elizabeth of Valois, Isabella Clara, Albert VII, Wenceslas of Austria, Margaret of Austria, Philip III, King of Spain, Margaret of Austria, and they're married. Claudia de Medici married Leopold V, Archduke of Austria. Eleonora Gonzaga, and those I believe are the earliest, I forget what is it Jesuit popes? Ferdinand II, King in Germany. Maria Anna of Bavaria. Maria Anna, Ferdinand III, King of Germany, 1698 to 1657. Eleonora Gonzaga, 1630 to 1686. Maria Leopoldine of Austria. Maria Anna of Austria. Maximilian I, Elector of Bavaria. Cecilia Renata of Austria. Vladislav IV, King of Poland, 1632 to 1648. Leopold of Austria, 1614 to 1662. So, we're now into 1605. Philip IV, King of Spain, Mariana of Austria, Ferdinand IV, King of Germany, Maria Anna of Austria, Mary Ann Faithful. Yeah, it all clicks into place. And fuck knows how I'm going to get into the town again. There's not one light anywhere near the foreshore. Johann Wilhelm, Elector Palatine, Charles V, Duke of Lorraine, Eleanor of Austria, Mikhail I, King of Poland, Charles II, King of Spain, Maria Theresa of Spain, Leopold, King of Germany, Claudia Felicitas, Eleanor Magdalene of Neuburg, Maximilian II, Elector of Bavaria, Maria Antonia of Austria, Wilhelmine Amelia of Brunswick, Joseph I, King of Germany, Charles VI, King of Germany, HRE, Elizabeth Christine of Brunswick, Maria Elizabeth of Austria, Maria Anna of Austria, King John V, King of Portugal, 1689 to 1750, Maria Magdalena of Austria, 1689 to 1743, when the Jacobites are committed to the rebellion and the SHIN is the takeover by the Germans of Britain. 1743, Charles VII, King of Germany, HRE, Maria Amelia of Austria, Maria Josepha of Austria, Augustus III, King of Poland, 1196 to 1763, Maria Theresa, 1717 to 1780, Francis I, King of Germany, HRE, 1708 to 1765, Maria Anna of Austria, Charles Alexandria of Lorraine, 1712 to 1780. We might even make it into Queenie's reign. And I don't think they declare her as a German. Charles III, King of Spain, Maria Amelia of Saxony, Maria Anna of Austria, 1738 to 1789, Maria Christina, Duchess of Teschen, that'll be the Tex, 1742 to 1798, Albert Casimir, Duke of Teschen, Maria Elizabeth of Austria, Charles Joseph of Austria, Maria Amelia of Austria, Ferdinand, Duke of Parma, there they go, the Orangeman, 1765 to 1802, Isabella of Parma, Joseph II, King of Germany, 1748 to 1790, 1764 to 1790, Maria Josepha of Bavaria, Maria Louisa of Spain, 1745 to 1792, Leopold II, King of Germany, HRE, Ferdinand I of the Two Sicilies, Maria Carolina of Austria, Ferdinand, Duke of Breisgau, Maria Antoinette, 1755 to 17 93. She's a famous one. Marie Antoinette. Louis XVI, King of France, married to her. Both of them beheaded, allegedly. Maximilian Francis of Austria, Rudolph of Austria, Charles Duke of Teschen, Alexander Leopold of Austria, Francis II, King of Germany, Maria Theresa of Naples and Sicily, 1772 to 1807. We might just make it. Joseph Palatine of Hungary, Ferdinand III, Duke of Tuscany. Louisa of Naples, Anton Victor of Austria, John Imperial Regent, Rainier Joseph of Austria, Rainer, Napoleon I, Protector of the Confederation of the Rhine, 1769 to 1821, and that is 1815 when the Battle of Waterloo happened. And then he's exiled, and then the Rothschilds arrange the siring and the weddings while he's still alive of his ex-wife, Maria Louise, Duchess of Parma, Ferdinand I, Emperor of Austria, President of the German Confederated States. Yeah, and that's Sepp Blatter's role in FIFA. Maria Anna of Savoy, Maria Anna of Austria, Leopold, Prince of Salerno, Clementina of Austria, Maximilian of Joseph, King of Bavaria, 1756 to 1825. And I'm absolutely freezing now. Caroline of Baden, Frederick William III, King of Prussia, 1770, and I can't even see the path. Pedro I, the Liberator, Emperor of Brazil. Maria Leopoldina, remember, this is the German monarchs. Pedro I, the Liberator, Emperor of Brazil. Maria Leopoldina, Maria Caroline, Franz Karl, Sophie of Bavaria, Ludovica of Bavaria, Maximilian Joseph, Duke in Bavaria, Elizabeth Ludovica of Bavaria. That is the ballet dancers in the borders. Ludwig and someday his wife. Frederick William IV, President of the German Union, 1795 to 1861. William I, President of the North German Confederate, German Emperor, 1797 to 1888. Augusta of Saxe, West Eisenach, 1811. And I think that's a snipe I'm hearing. Maximilian I, Emperor of Mexico, Karl Ludwig, Franz Joseph I, President of the German Confederation. Let's go down. We might just finish it. Elizabeth of Austria, Victoria Princess Royal. Oh, there we go. 1840 to 1901. Frederick I, German Emperor, 1831 to 1888. Frederick I, Grand Duke of Baden, 1826. Louise of Prussia, Leopold of Bavaria, Gisela, and that's right up to 1930 now, Gisela of Austria, Rudolph, Crown Prince of Austria, Stephanie of Belgium, Maria Valerie of Austria, 1868 to 1924, Franz Salvator of Austria, Victoria of Prussia, Adolf of Schomburg-Lippe, that's Lippe Biesterfeld for Bernhard the Nazi, 1859 to 1916. Yeah, one war later he was to be the reparations man. Hermine Royce of Greece, I presume, 1887 to 1947. Wilhelm II, German Emperor, 1859 to 1941. Kaiser Bill to the rest of us. Augusta Victoria of Schleswig-Holstein, 1858 to 1921. Charlotte of Prussia. Bernhard III, Duke of Saxe-Meiningen, 1851 to 1928. Henry of Prussia. Irene of Hesse and Byrhine. Sophia of Prussia. Constantine I, King of the Hellenes. Margaret of Prussia. And only a few to go, I think. Cecile of Mecklenburg. No, Queenie's not on it, look. Cecile of Mecklenburg. Wilhelm German, Crown Prince, 1885 to 1951. Eitel, not Keitel this time, Frederick of Prussia. Sophia Charlotte of Oldenburg Gary, 1879 to 1964. Adalbert of Prussia, 1884 to 1948. Adelaide of Saxe Meiningen, 1891 to 1971. August Wilhelm of Prussia, 1887 to 1949. Alexandria Victoria of Schleswig-Holstein S something, Glucksburg, 1887 to 1957. Oscar of Prussia, yeah, 1888 to 1958. Ina Maria von Basowitz, 1888 to 1973. Joachim of Prussia, 1890 to 1920. And lastly, Maria Auguste of Anhalt, 1898 to 1983. And there are the family trees down below. We'll have to interrogate that. It's too small to make anything of it. Yeah, monarchs of Germany show, royal or noble family trees show. Quite amazing. Don't know how I'm going to get back. Right then, let's leave the lights on, and I'm just going to turn the camera, the movie off at that point. Yeah, so that is Wikipedia, Wiki family tree of the German monarchs. And Queenie's not on it. Of Hesse-Kassel and Saxe-Coburg. Right then, off we go.